Yeah. Once again, Business Credit Builder. Thank everybody for coming. Today we're going to be talking about your financing options for your business. And we're going to do this one a little different. I'm not going to go to the slides this time. We're going to go straight to the internet, to my website, and we're going to look at the funding options that you might qualify for. Okay. And it's an extensive list of stuff, right? So you might be able to find something in there that fits you, but I do want to let you know this, right? Before you think about funding your business, you need to know what the lenders are thinking, right? So before you even fill out an application, you need to know that when the application hits their desk, they're going to look at three things for sure. And you need to think about yourself, how you position yourself with these three things. Okay. The three things are the three C's, the three C's of building business credit. Okay. So, and the three C's are, you probably know these already, but I'm just going to run them again. Credit. And when I say credit, I mean personal credit and business credit. The next C is collateral. These are assets that your business may have that can offset the amount of the loan that you want to get. Okay, so that's collateral. And the third C is cash flow. How much money are you currently taking in right now? All right. Do you have cash flow? Are you able to pay a note on a loan if you get a business loan? Can you pay the business loan off right now with the current cash flow that you have? Okay. And that's the three things that they're definitely going to look at. All right. Now, if you have all three of these C's, then you can possibly qualify for an SBA loan. And the SBA loan is the best place to get funding for your business because they give you a whole bunch of money. They give you low interest rates and they spread it over time. So the SBA loans is the best place to get money, but for your business. But most people don't qualify for that. Okay, because they don't have the three C's. And on top of the three C's for the SBA loans, you need a bunch of other stuff too. So that's why most of us don't qualify for that, yo. All right. So now if you got two of these three C's, then you can possibly qualify for a term loan. Okay, a term loan. And if you have one of the three C's, depending on the one that you do have, then there is money available for your business. Okay. If you have none of these, then that's when you start with business credit. Okay. And with business credit, a creditor can see that your business can actually pay a bill, and you have paid a bill on time before. And that's what they want to see, that you are able to pay a bill. So that's why if you don't have none of the three C's, you start with business credit. Okay. And when you build your business credit, then you get access to more and more funding. Okay. Strategically. Okay. Strategically. Okay. Who we got up in here in the chat box? We got Javon. Thank you for the happy birthday. Ernie says the cash flow was good about 8 months ago. She just said though. All right. And who else we got? We got Ronnie has a question. What about SBA small business grants for women-owned businesses? Okay, grants is in a whole other realm, right? Grants are in a whole other realm because grants open and close at various times. So you would have to know where to go to see the list of these grants. I got a webinar on some grants. If you go to my YouTube, there's a webinar that includes some information about grants. Okay. So that's the deal with that. Oh shoot. All right. I'm sorry. Okay, so bust it. All right. So I think I answered that. Did I answer that question about the grants? Okay. Ernie, I have listened to what you have said. I have business credit and I have paid bills. I have trade lines. I am still being denied. What am I doing wrong? Well, I can't tell you because there's so many, right? So that's one of the benefits of having a coach, right? Because you're doing everything, right, that you think you need to do, but you need some eyes on the situation. Where we'll look at it from the beginning, from the Secretary of State, we'll look at it all the way down, we'll look at it, and you have to know when to apply for vendors. Some vendors have different, you have to know the requirements of these vendors that you're applying for beforehand. That's what we do for you. We make it simple, all right? I don't know what else to tell you, right? But we have to look at your situation to be able to determine what adjustments you need, okay? Yeah, I do some presentations for SCORE as well. All right. Okay, so, but in order to find out what's causing your situation, somebody has to look at it, right? Because there's so many things. Let me go into this, right? See, check this out. On this application, right? See, some people don't even pass the smell test, okay? And this is the smell test. The smell test is when you fill out this application, and on the application, it's got these different fields, right? And each field, they're doing something. They're trying to figure out if from what you give me, are you going to qualify? This is the smell test. This is just from these questions on this application, are you going to be able to qualify? Now, every field on an application, they're actually doing something. For instance, in the name field, they're looking up all the businesses with the same name and a similar name and address as yours. And if yours does not pop up exactly, and I mean exactly, then you could get denied, and they don't have to tell you why. Another example, telephone. In the telephone field, when you put in your main business telephone number, what they are doing is looking to see if you are listed with the National 411 directory, and they check that address. See, so, and if that doesn't match up correctly, then they could deny you. Okay, so let me get on with the webinar. I didn't even start the webinar. Y'all got questions for me. I like that though. All right. So let's get on with this thing. Okay. Ernie says, I know I need to pay you to help me get this together. I'm not listed with the 411. Oh, shoot, that 411 thing, you said you're not listed? That's one of the main things. That's one of the first things that they're checking. That's a smell test item, like for real, for real. Okay? Okay. All right, let me get started though. Miss Ernie up in this beast. All right. All right, now, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this a little different. I'm gonna share my screen to the internet and y'all can follow along right with me, okay? Here we go. I'm gonna share the screen. Boom, bam. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. So now, confirm that y'all can see the front, my website. Y'all can see my website right there. Let me scroll it up there. Y'all see that right there? Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, we good? Somebody confirm.
Yes, sir, we're good.
All right, bet. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Miss Cole. Okay, so if y'all gonna follow along with me, then this is what you do. You go to businesscreditbuilder.us, right? businesscreditbuilder.us. And then you click this button that says business loans. You see that right there? That's the page we're on. Business loans, right? Okay. And you see that right there. That's where we want to be, where it says funding options, right? Okay, if y'all are following along. All right, let's get this done. Okay, what else we got? Yes, sir, you can see the screen. Okay, we got a direct message. Okay, cool. All right, so good. Y'all can see the screen. Funding options. All right, the first thing I'm going to talk about is not this right here. The first thing I'm going to talk about is this here. The credit line hybrid program. This is the first thing I'm going to talk about. The credit hybrid program is for people that got good personal credit. Okay, you need a 685 or better to get down with the credit line hybrid program. So this is good for people that are startup businesses with good credit, or you could be an existing business with good personal credit. You don't have to have good business credit for this. You need to have good personal credit. And what happens is you get approved using your personal credit, but when you make payments, it reports to the business reporting agencies, okay? So that's like a win-win, right? This is how it works. You need to have a 685 or better FICO score, right? 685 or better FICO score. Then they look at your personal credit. Then they look at your highest revolving credit line. And then they match that about 5 times on 5 business credit cards that you can go to the ATM and pull out cash money, make purchases any place, up to 5 credit cards that will match your highest revolving line, up to $150,000. Okay, up to $150,000. Okay, so for example, let's say you got a Home Depot card on your personal. You got 30,000 credit limit on that card. What we will do is match that 30,000 up to 5 times on 5 credit cards, giving you access to $150,000 that you can use on down payments for homes, property, equipment, inventory, whatever it is that you need for your business. Okay, you can put down payments on vehicles, whatever you want to do with the money that you have access to, right? At standard credit card rates. Okay, just one exception: 0% interest for the first, I think, 18 months. That's like free money. Okay, and then, like I said before, these credit cards, when you make a payment, they don't report to your personal, they report to your business credit reporting agencies, okay? So if you're on this page, which is the business loans page at the website, if you're just coming in, we are going through the funding options from my website at businesscreditbuilder.us, and we're on the business loans page. If you scroll down, you get this credit line hybrid program. Now, on this page, there's also a video, right? And it has all these details about what you need, okay? and all the details right there. Okay, so this is the credit line hybrid. If you click this more details, then you go to a video that's going to tell you more about this program. Okay, you see that works? Go to this video and they run down the line. Okay, you see that? Boom. So that's what you do. Click on the more details and go check out that video. There's a button right there so you can apply right now. Okay, this takes about 3 weeks to get those cards in your hand and you go start buying something. Okay, so this is good for startups and businesses with good personal credit. All right. All right. Now we're going to scroll back up to the top of the business loans page. All right. We're going to scroll back up. So now we're looking at the funding options, right? The funding options. Now, there's 2 companies that I have partnerships with. David Allen Capital. They do more cash flow type of lending. So you don't need good credit or anything like that. They need you to have good cash flow and you can get money. They also offer some other products and I'm gonna go over those, right? And ROK Financial. ROK Financial offers different stuff like lines of credits, term loans, working capital loans, real estate loans, and fix and flip loans for real estates. All right, we're gonna go over each one of these so you can take a look at them, right? All right, let's go to DAC first, right? We're gonna go to DAC, the gig worker funding. Gig worker funding. That means anybody that is a 1099 employee. If you're an independent contractor, you don't even have to have a business set up. You could be putting your money into your personal account and be able to get money. You won't be able to get that much money, but for independent contractors that need to access something real quick, this is a good way. Okay? There's the small business and gig worker funding. This is how it works. Applying and receiving your cash is fast and simple. No fees to apply. And this will not affect your credit score. You apply, you get approved, you get funded in 10 minutes. The kicker to this is that you need to be making $3,000 a month, right? And you need to connect your bank account. Okay. If you do that, if you can qualify for that, if you can handle that, then you can get that in 10 minutes. Okay. You just would click that button that says get funded now, right? Right there on the page. All right. There's simple requirements. Check it out. These are the details. This is what you need. 3,000 or more in monthly bank revenue, 3+ months in business. So you need to be in business at least 3 months because they're going to look at 3 months bank statements. They're going to need to see 3. They're not going to want to look at 2 and say, I'm going to get it next month. They don't want that story. They want to see that you made $3,000 each for 3 months, and they're going to go into your bank account. Okay. Or another thing about this to get approved is that they're going to want to see about 3 or 4 deposits each month. They don't want to see 1 deposit each month. Even though you got $3,500 deposit, one $3,500 deposit in each of those months, that's not going to fly. They want to see 3 or 4 deposits each month for real. Okay. But this will help some people. Okay. And the all these DAC situations when you put in your application, it's the same application for everybody, but when you put in your information, depending on what you put in, it's going to forward you to the appropriate lender. Okay. Okay. So when you put in your application for this, and you say that you make 3,000 or more, then they're going to send you the breezy online process. It's a simple and fair situation, and you get more when you need more. As long as you pay them down, then you can get more. All right. All right. So that's the gig worker funding, right? And that applies to anybody that's a 1099 independent contractor. So plumbers, if you're a handyman, you cut grass, right? You can get access to some money. I'm not saying a whole bunch of money, but you can get access to some money. All right. I'm trying to just keep it straight, right? I'm not trying to send you no pipe deals. I'm trying to let you know what you have access to and what they need. All right. Yes. Tax. Let me see. Mr. Leon Dennis Leon says a taxi driver can apply, and I'm saying hell to the yeah. If you're a rideshare driver, right? But you gotta show 3 months in this bank account, in your personal bank account, in your business bank account, and you can get qualified. All right. All right. Make it happen, Captain. All right. So bust it. All right, we're gonna go on to the next one. Okay. Now we're gonna go to business capital with David Allen Capital. Business capital. All right. Here we go. Business capital at David Allen Capital. We want to help fund your business growth. When your bank can't help, we can. So, now, these loans are not so that you can have excess money, right? Because these loans cost. I ain't gonna lie, they cost, all right? So this ain't so that you can have excess money just to sit on, you can be living large, okay? These loans for your business are so that you can go set your business up in a situation where you can make more money, right? So if you get a loan that costs a certain amount of dollars to get the loan, and you're not going to make that back, then it's not even, recommended that you get the loan. See, you get a loan, let's say you get a $50,000 loan. From my $50,000 investment into something, I should make more than $50,000. I should make it. Let's say I get 50,000. It's going to cost me, let's say 5,000. This is just off the top of my head. Let's say it cost me 5,000 to get the loan, so I got to pay 55,000 back. Right. So whatever I'm doing, I need to at least be making 70, 100,000 off of that investment. Right. Because if you're not growing your business, getting a business loan is not recommended for you. Not just to have some money. You know what I mean? Okay. Was there another question up in here? No? Okay. Cool. All right. So bust it. I'll be going off on a tangent, right? But anyway, here we go. All of these DAC loans are simple, right? Simple and fast. Receive a decision within 1 day and capital up to $2 million as soon as 1 to 2 business days. Small business focus, specializing in small business. We work to get you money while you remain focused on your business. Top rating for providers. We only represent transparent, top rated, quick turnaround providers with over $10 billion funded so far. Use as you choose. See, a lot of business loans, there are requirements for what you use the money for. These type of loans with DAC, you can use the money for anything that you want, okay? Here are the qualifications. If you keep scrolling down a little bit, get the qualifications, right? Time in business, 4 months, right? 4 months time in business. The location, any place in the United States. Personal credit needs to be 500 plus, right? And they're not really looking at the credit, right? Evidently, they're not looking at the credit that because most people got at least a 500. And when my personal credit was bad, it was above 500. Okay. Okay, Ernie, no doubt. Monthly revenue. Now, for these loans, you need to be making $15,000 or more per month. These for existing businesses, evidently, right? Existing business, this is the cash flow type of situation. When you got cash flowing, you can get access to money. Now, the best place to go is to the bank. But when the bank says no, then you can come here. Okay? Try our self-employed option if you don't make $15,000 a month. Okay? Industries, over 700 different industries served. See, a lot of places that you get loans, they only deal with certain industries. So these loans here can deal with any industry. Okay. And we got the button to apply now. All right. All right. And then you can do more research on this, but why we are better. What will it cost? All that stuff you can find out. Just go ahead and drill down. I'm gonna let y'all do that. I'm just going over your options. Okay. That got me sweating balls. Okay. We're going to the next one. All right. So far we did the gig worker funding, the business capital, and we did the hybrid, the credit line hybrid program. Now we're going to go to customer financing, right? This is customer financing is when you have clients, like let's say you're a plumber and it costs $1,000 to do a job for your client and you want to give them financing where they don't have to come up with the money right then, but you get all your money right now. You see what I'm saying? You offer financing to your client. This doesn't apply to every situation, but for those businesses that can offer financing, this is a good option. Generate more sales by offering customers the financing they need. Okay? You get started. That's how you get started right there. Let's scroll down and see some of the details. Want to select the right lender for your customers? We represent all the top providers. We will help select the right lenders for you and your customers. Okay, so this is good for these type of industries. Medical and dental practices, right? Medical and dental practices, automotive repair shops, home improvement. So if you're a handyman, right, you contracting, right? Jewelry and other retail stores. This is good for y'all, all right? Vocational and trade schools. If you want to provide financing for their tuition, coaching and training seminars, all right? That's like what I do, right? So coaching and training seminars, veterans offices, heating and cooling, and most other industries, okay? So if you do AC, heating and cooling, HVAC, whatever they call that stuff, right? So this is a good situation for y'all, right? To increase your sales, right? And you can scroll down and find out more details on this product from DAC. Now we're going on to the next one. We're back to the funding options page from at the website. We've so far gone over the hybrid program, the gig worker funding, the business capital, customer financing, and now we're going to talk about payment processing. Okay, this is for businesses that accept credit cards, or you would like to accept credit cards for your business, right? Eliminate 95% of your processing fees. Save money with our standard processing and save a bunch with DAC's cash discount processing. Okay? Now, existing businesses that accept credit cards, they have a merchant account. And every month they have a fee to pay based on the transactions that they accepted a credit card on, right? And it's not cheap. It is, the fees are crazy on that, right? So we have created this system, the cash discount processing, okay? All right, check this out. Keep more of the money you earn. What is cash discounting? All right, you'll see where I'm at, right? You're following me? You should be on the website following right along with me.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. I like that. Okay, what is cash discounting? Cash discounting is a specialized program that allows you to provide an incentive to cash buyers while eliminating almost all of your non-cash processing costs. Okay, you will be provided signage stating that your prices are discounted for cash payment. And for customers who pays with a credit card, a non-cash adjustment of 4% will be automatically added to the discounted for the cash price. The non-cash adjustment is designed to offset your processing fees. So, and instead of you paying that fee, the client would pay that fee. They'll pay the 4% more than what you really want. You'll set the price, and if they pay cash, you'll get that price. If they pay by credit card, then they have to pay your price plus a little more, and then they keep that little more, that 4%, right? So that eliminates you having to pay for being able to accept credit cards. That's some dope stuff right there, all right? Cash discounting is easy. Your plug-and-play equipment will arrive ready to use and pre-programmed with the non-cash adjustment of 4%. With the cash discount program, you can accept all major credit cards and EBT. Oh, snap. I didn't know that. EBT. You can accept EBTs, yo. I'm bugging. Okay. But y'all can get this information. Y'all know where to go. Go to the website. Click on that. Go to businesscreditbuilder.us. Click on the business loans tab, and you'll get to the place where you'll see the funding options, right? And then in the funding options, you got the payment processing. Okay. All right. Now we're going to do the line of credit. Now, notice both of these companies have line of credit, right? So for your mental thing, right, you can compare the two, right? All right, check this out. All right, let's go to the line of credit for the DAC, David Allen Capital, right? Business line of credit. Have funds available when you need them most. When the bank can't help, we can. Revolving. Line of credits from $5,000 to $100,000. You can go to the website and apply right now. It's simple and fast. Receive a decision in 1 business day and as fast as 1 hour, requiring only a soft credit pull. And what they need is a 550 FICO score. So
Nice.
with the line of credit, they're a little bit more strenuous, right? So they will look at your credit, but you only need to have a 550 FICO score. Okay. Fueling business growth. We specialize in small business and want you to secure you a line of credit to help fuel your business. Notice we always say that we want to fuel your business. This ain't so you can stack money for your business. This is so that you can invest in something that's going to fuel your business and grow it. All right. Is a better fee schedule. So one thing about these line of credits, you know about the line of credits, right? So they're different than business loans, okay? Line of credits are different than business loan. When you get a business loan, you got to pay the interest as from the day that you get it, right? So you're paying interest. With a line of credit, you're paying interest only on the portion of the money that you use, okay? So if you get a $100,000 line of credit and you use 10,000, then you're only paying interest on that 10,000. If you get a $100,000 loan, you're paying interest on that $100,000 on that first payment. Comprende? All right. So how does the revolving line of credit work? I just described that, right? And you can check it out on the website. We got all the details right there for you. All right. So you got it. All right. Qualification is simple. Do you qualify? 1 year in business, anywhere in the United States, 550 personal credit score, 15,000 monthly revenue. All right. So for the line of credit, you need to have that cash flowing, right? Y'all check that out, right? Boom, boom, bam. All right. So check that out for yourself. Go to the website, hit apply now, tell your friends. All right. So boom. So far we went over most of the things that DAC provides, right? Okay. Now we're going to start with ROK Financial. ROK Financial. They're going to open up more doors for you over here, right? Now, DAC was mostly cash flow type of loans, right? Where you needed to have money flowing. ROK, you don't need the actual money flowing in most instances. They are going to look at the money flowing because they want to make sure that you can pay, right? So they're going to look at money flowing, but they got some other stuff going, right? Okay, we're going to start with equipment financing. Equipment financing. Equipment financing is like for machinery. Recently we did a loan for a restaurant and they got walk-in coolers. Okay. So equipment, this could be vehicles. This could be the car that you get to do your ride share. Okay. Okay. Or this could be trucks for your tractor, for your freight company. It could be, any equipment, right? Okay. So equipment financing. Now we're looking at ROK Financial. And the people at ROK Financial, they're really nice. They're trying to help you, right? So they deal with this equipment finance, they deal with the top industries of construction, manufacturing, truck, trailers, furniture, furnishing equipment, medical. Okay. Unique benefits are they can provide you a 1 to 5 year term on the financing of your equipment. So up to 5 years, right? Which is good because a lot of times, the business loans don't get spread out, right? So 5 years is a good spread out time, all right? Variable rates starting at 8%. That's not bad. Monthly payments available. Fully amortized, amortized in year of purchase. Now, if you don't understand what that means, that has something to do with tax benefits, right? So when you get some of these equipment financing, you can get benefits tax-wise because you can amortize and write off the cost of this equipment, okay? The qualifications for this equipment financing is no minimum time in business, no minimum revenue, and 550 FICO score. The paperwork that is needed is an electronic application, year-to-date bank statements. So they're gonna look at your bank statements. They start with 3, right? And if they want to, they can ask for up to 6 months of bank statements, okay? Invoice and quote. So when you do these equipment financing, you don't go to them and say, let me get a loan for a truck. What you do is you go look for the truck, get the invoice, and then when you apply, you send in your invoice because that's how they're gonna pay it. They're gonna pay the invoice, right? So you need to have your invoice ready. They're not gonna deal with you until you got an invoice, okay? Ernie said, I will. I feel like the FICO score of 580 is unrealistic. Unrealistic? What? You got me.
Isn't that like beyond the minimum? How low can a credit score be? Like, I thought 500 was the
Oh, no.
bottom.
You can go
You could be
down
in
to
the 4s.
I think that, yeah, you could be in the 4s. I think you can go down to the 3s.
Oh
I'm not
Lord.
sure.
Oh goodness.
I'm not an expert at personal credit, but I know when you in the 4s, you messed up in the game, right? Fives is like you in bad shape. 6 is okay, you know.
You're
But
trying to get fair.
right, you know. So 580 is pretty decent, you know. All right. And let me tell you, for businesses, see, businesses are high risk from the get. All right. So they looking at the business like, oh snap, here goes another business. Okay. Because they know businesses go down. Okay. So, you know, 580 is not good. It's not that bad because most of these companies, they're looking for 685, like the hybrid program. You can't even talk to them unless you got a 685. So being able to buy some equipment and build your business with as low as a 580, that's not bad. Okay, so that's the equipment financing. All right, word is born. So we already talked about all the DAC stuff. I'm back at the main page here. We already talked about all the DAC stuff. And we've talked about the equipment financing for ROK Financial. Now we're going to go to the term loans for ROK Financial. Okay. Okay, term loans. They deal with the top industries: construction, manufacturing, auto repair, technology, e-commerce. These are the industries that are good for these term loans. The unique benefits are up to 4 years to pay it off. The repayments are either bi-weekly or monthly. The interest rates start at 7.99. No prepayment penalty. The qualifications are 2 years in business, no bank liens or foreclosures in the last 5 years. All right. So they're looking at your credit like for real. You need a 660 FICO score. You see, you need a 660 to deal with a term loan. The paperwork needed is an electronic application, year-to-date bank statements, at least 3, previously year most recent tax returns. So they're looking for tax returns on this one, okay? So boom, that's the term loans, okay? Term loans. All right, so now we're gonna go back to our funding options page, which is at businesscreditbuilder.us, and you would click on the business loan tab. And the next one we're going to talk about is the ROK line of credit. We already talked about the DAC line of credit. Now we're going to talk about the ROK line of credit. Okay, line of credit. The top industries for their line of credit are construction, manufacturing, wholesale, e-commerce, medical. Okay, these are the top industries that this line of credit is good for. Right. The unique benefits are they have terms from 6, 12, and 18 months, weekly or monthly payments, same-day funding up to $200,000. This is a true revolving line of credit. Payments made toward the balance become available. The qualifications, you need to have 6 months time in business. You need to be making about $120,000 per year in gross annual revenue, right? That's the revenue, not the profit, the revenue. You need to have a FICO score of 600. The paperwork needed is an application, 6 months bank statements, electronic bank statements, electronic bank verification. So they're gonna log right into your bank account. Okay. And that's the rundown for the line of credit at ROK Financial. All right. Okay. Now we go back to our funding options once again, and we are going to go to the next one, which is working capital. Working capital. Okay. Working capital. The top industries are construction, manufacturing, transportation, e-commerce, medical. These are the top industries that this funding is good for. You get funding. The unique benefits are 24 to 48 hour funding, fast. You just have to have all your stuff in a row, right? You have to have everything in a row. Bad credit is okay. So if you got bad credit, it's okay. No liens or snap. Liens and judgments are okay, and there's no minimum FICO. The qualifications are 6 months time in business. You need to be making $120,000 in gross annual revenue every year, and there's no minimum FICO score. The paperwork needed is an electronic application, year-to-date bank statements. They probably go in 3 to 6 months. And a year-to-date credit card processing statement, if applicable. All right, so that's like if you accept credit cards, they want to see that bank account too. Okay, so that's the working capital loans at ROK Financial. Now we're going to go back to our funding options page once again. We keep coming back to this page, and just so y'all know where it is, it's at businesscreditbuilder.us, and then you would click the business loan tab to get to this page. So we already talked about equipment financing, term loans, line of credit, and working capital on the ROK side. We've already talked about all the stuff on the David Allen Capital side. Our next one is for real estate. This is for the real estate people, right? All right. Cool. Here we go. Real estate. This is for all industries. Unique benefits are you get a large funding amounts, low rates, and traditional APR. So none of this stuff is like we trying to gank you. This is normal stuff for business, all right? Qualifications, 6 months time in business. $120,000 in annual revenue, all right? They want to see that, and you must own real estate, right? So this is one that they're going to want to see your cash flow, and they're going to want some collateral so that you go buy property for your business, right? Information on property. So they're going to need to see your list of assets, right? Estimated value. They want to know how much it costs, right? What's the value of the assets that you have, the property that you have. 3 months of bank statements, okay? So this is more so of a collateral type of thing, where you could go buy a house and you put up a house, you know what I mean, for collateral, but you also have to have some cash flow, right? So you can't be no slouch, right? You can't be slouching, all right? Okay, so now we're going back to the funding options page, and y'all already know what that is because I told you about 5 times. And now we're going to do the last one, which is fix and flips. This is real estate, right? I love this program, all right? This is the program I really like because if you're a fixer, if you're a fix and flipper, if you can prove that you're a fix and flipper, then you can fix and flip. So you get to the money. They'll pay for you buying the property and the rehab before, and then, you know, they'll pay for you buying the property and the rehab, and then they'll give you about 6 months, right, to pay it off. So let's go over the details. Top industries: construction and real estate. So if you're in the construction business and real estate, unique benefits are rates starting at $899, 80 to 90% purchase funding, 100% rehab funding. Qualifications: 640 FICO score. That's not bad. 640 to do real estate stuff. What? Paperwork needed: application, 3 months recent bank statements. All right. But they're going to want to see your real estate, your collateral, right? On those fix and flips, right? All right. So now, you see all this stuff here? David Allen Capital, ROK Financial, and, you know, we offer the business credit, right? So in the case that your business, you want to expand your business and offer these products to your customers, we have a partner program. And if you go to the top of the website, you'll see the partner button, right? The partner tab. Check that out if you want to consider expanding your business and offering these types of products. And we have monthly training and meetings on the partners, right? What else I wanted to talk about? Oh, business credit, right? So bust it, right? Let's say you can't qualify all this stuff and you need to start with business credit. Remember, I told you, if you don't have none of the 3 C's, then you start with business credit. Let me show you something about the business credit real quick. Then we're going to get out of here. When you get our core package, you get your own control panel. And in the control panel, we help you build up your business credit every single step of the way. You always have somebody.
Are you on the website, Mr. Booker? Where are you? Which tab are you under?
Oh, right now, I'm not on the website. I'm showing you what you get if you are my customer and you have the core package, right? This is how we help businesses build business credit. So let's say you can't qualify for none of that stuff. Remember I said if you don't have the 3 C's, then you got to start with business credit. So this is how we build business credit, okay? Ernie says she want to become a partner. Yeah, we got a meeting coming up soon, Ernie. So go to that page, check out the events page. All right. Okay, so when you're a customer and you have purchased our core package, you get your own control panel that looks like this. Well, it don't look exactly like this because this is like my reseller account, right? But you'll get a button on the left which says build my business credit, right? And you'd come to a page that looks like this. And we take you through every single step of building up your business credit. When you go into these steps, let's go into one of these steps, right? Fundability. We go into one of these steps, we're gonna give you the instructions on how to complete these steps, okay? Let's go to business name, all right? We'll go into business name. So one of the first questions that we ask you is, do you have a business name? You'll say yes, and you put your business name in, right? Where is that part at when you put your business name? It's right here. You put your business name in right there, and then you go to the next one. Let's say you don't have a business name, and you're starting from scratch. Then you'll look at these videos, right? And we'll tell you what you need to know about getting your business name. Select a business name. We'll teach you how to get your business name. We'll give you resources that will help you get your business name. And if you still can't figure it out, then you can call one of our advisors, right? Our advisors will help you. So you're not doing this alone on every single step, all right? Let's go, see on the right-hand side, we got the little contents over here on the right side. All right, let's go down some. Let's go to business bank account, just to see, right? Let's go down to business bank account. So we're gonna tell you that you're gonna need a bank account. We ask you, do you have a bank account? You put your bank account in. You go to the next one. Or you don't have a bank account. Then you will check out this video, short video. It's gonna tell you what you need to know, right? Set up your business bank account. And we give you some more information. You got your bank account already? You just save and continue to the next step. You see that? All right. Let's go forward to tier 1, right? So when it comes to the part where we actually start building business credit, we build business credit in 4 tiers of vendors. Each tier we give you about 15 vendors and say, pick 3 of these. So, see, we're on the page that says start building tier 1, right? Start building tier 1. And we tell you, apply with 3 trade lines. So you want to pick 3 of all of these tier 1 vendors that we have here, okay? And let me tell you something about this list here. This list changes regularly, okay? Because these vendors, they change their requirements, okay? So the list I have today is not the same list I had 3 months ago or even 6 months ago, okay? Because we have a team that all they do, did I just take off my camera? We have a team that all they do is contact these vendors to find out which vendors our clients can use to build their business credit with. And we give you the instructions on what you need. Let's go into Uline. Everybody knows about Uline, right? Let's go into Uline. This is the information that we give you before you apply for every single vendor that we have, okay? We give you their telephone number, their website, who they report to, They report to Dun & Bradstreet and Experian. We tell you what they sell. Uline is a leading distributor of shipping, industrial and packing materials, industrial and janitorial products and all that stuff, right? Now we give you a list of what you need to qualify, how to qualify. You need to have your entity in good standings with the Secretary of State. You need an EIN number with the IRS, a business address matching everywhere. And y'all know the deal with that. If y'all seen my webinars on how to build credit, you'll know about this right there, matching everywhere, right? Dun & Bradstreet, business license, if applicable, business bank account, business phone number listed with 411, preferred business to have a good credit profile with Dun & Bradstreet, but not required. Business address with Dun & Bradstreet should match with the Secretary of State and the IRS. Aha, and the IRS, you see that? Application may be approved for net 30 at time of order. Upon final review, the credit department may change to a few prepaid orders before a net 30 is granted. And they show you how to apply right there on the page, okay? So what I found out with Uline, if there is nothing, nothing on your Dun & Bradstreet when you apply, they're gonna tell you to do a few cash items first before they give you the net 30 account, which reports to the business credit reporting agencies. Okay, so you see that? We do you 4 tiers of vendors, and each vendor, we give you information like this. So you will know when to apply and when not to apply. Okay? Okay. So, I think that's all I'm gonna do right now for that. But that lets you know, all right? So we help build your business credit. There's one other big piece of this, of the core package. The big piece of the core package is you get access to the funding, the financial officers, okay? How come I keep turning off my video? Okay, and I don't need to share that. I'm gonna stop the share. Okay, so the biggest piece about the core package is that you get access to the finance team. And the finance team has hundreds of legitimate lenders that can provide you lending with a whole bunch of different programs that you may qualify for depending on your industry you're in, area you might be in, a whole bunch of different stuff. We can get you money, and we know how to get to, what the requirements are to get you approved. So when we are actually building business credit with you, right, we're preparing you to get funded. Most people that come to me cannot get funded now. So we help you get funded. We know the steps. We know exactly what you need to get funded. Every situation is different, right? My camera keep just turning off. So every situation is different, right? All right. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. You know what to do. Schedule a business credit consultation by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. And that is like my appointment system, right? So you go in there, you schedule an appointment, and we talk about how to get you in the program. On my website, there is a pricing page. Let me know that you was in the webinar, and I'm gonna hook you, all right? So if you're interested in that core package. Also have a one-on-one package. One-on-one, just me and you, right? The pricing and everything is on the website. If y'all need to talk more about what financing to even apply for, because there's a lot of financing we went over. And if you're confused, schedule a consultation and we'll get you done. We'll make this clear for you. Figure out, maybe if you don't qualify for it now, we'll give you a path to get qualified, right? So in business, you have to plan, right? So planning to fund your business is important. So schedule a consult and we'll plan. So we'll plan how we can get you funded. If you're starting from scratch, if you almost qualify, we'll tell you how to adjust, right? There's another lady in here that said something about, oh, she was applying and she's getting denied or something. She don't know what she's doing wrong. That's what we help you with. We find the errors, help you adjust so you can get where you're going. This is a strategy thing, right? This is a strategy. Building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step is needed for the next step, so there's no skipping steps. It's a strategy to the madness, all right? And it's always good to have a coach. Does anybody have a question at this time?
I had put this is Renata. I had put my questions in the chat, but when I did what you said and actually read, because reading is fundamental, they got answered. But I did want to ask you one question, Mr. Booker. Do you also help us find grant money? Is that a part of the core package as well? Or do we just, it's not all financing, is it?
Well, we'll steer you in the right direction, right? So let's say you get into the core package and you want to look for some grants. Then I got some links that we can go and look for some grants. But grants are like, you would look like HUD grants, right? So like for HUD grants, for example, there's a place that all the HUD grants are listed at. And you go study those grants. You see which ones are, when they're available, when they close down, what you need to fill out your application. You get your application in before the deadline. Those deadlines come up and they come and go.
Got it.
So it's like, I'm not gonna just leave you hanging, right? So if you are my client and we're helping you build your business credit and you want to talk about some grants, then I'm gonna go do some research on the side and point you in the right direction where you can go research these grants and figure out if you apply, if you qualify, stuff like that, right?
Okay. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you so much.
I'm here for your benefit, right? I'm not like the most capital businesses, which they're only looking for their bottom line. I'm actually looking out for your interests, right? So I'm gonna help you where I can. If I can't help you, I'm gonna let you know, right? Okay. Anybody else got any questions? Ernie, what up? You got a question? I know you got a question, Ernie. Run it. Come on now. All right, y'all.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. I ain't got no questions right now, but I can schedule that one-on-one with you. I do plan on scheduling that one. I'm just listening to everything you say, sir, and I'm trying it out. But a lot of it is not. I've been unsuccessful, but I definitely plan on scheduling that one-on-one with you. Noah, right. I definitely love.
No doubt. Ernie's in the building. All right, y'all. If y'all don't have no more questions, we're going to end this webinar. Next week, we're going to be back at it again. Check out my events page for the upcoming webinars. Check out my blog. The blog on the website is incredible. All right. There's a lot of big free stuff, stuff I can't even talk about in here. I don't have the time. The YouTube channel, if you go to the website, at the top of the website, let me go to the website. At the top of the website, there's a YouTube button, right? If you do the YouTube, make sure you're subscribed. Do a comment for me or something. Yo, what? All right, everybody. Thank y'all for coming. It's your boy, Google me, Noel A. Booker Sr. Let's get it. Later.
Thank you, Mr. Booker. You have a happy birthday, and I look forward to working with you.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody. Peace.
Good night, sir.